I'm thinking 6 o'clock. It's 9:15.
Okay, first question. Go ahead.
Yogi, just some thoughts about the moment out there, what it meant to this team, the journey that you've been on this whole season. What did it say about this program that has come where it's come after all the bumps you had?
Yeah, well, what it says about, not only this program, but this team is that we've overcame adversity, early in December when, we were very disconnected defensively and, not getting stops. I feel like we came together and, we found a way, no matter what way or how, we definitely found a way to win games.
How did you do it?
Well, I think, our coaching staff did a tremendous job of preparing us for each game. And, all we did was just take it onto the court. They definitely had the more mental strenuous part of watching the film and extended hours being in here. And, we kind of had the easy part since, we're young kids. We can go out there, run around all day. So, I say we just did it from, the coaching staff preparing us and just us going out there and getting the job done.
Yogi, did things turn around in the second half of the Notre Dame game? Or was it some practices leading up to that point? Just kind of, where was the crux of that turn?
Yeah, I'd say so. I just feel like we weren't really communicating as well. Even though we found a way to win that game, the Notre Dame game, we had to go play some zone, but I feel like you can't always go to zone to win big games. So yeah, I definitely say after that we buckled down and came together and had a feeling that we could make a good run in this regular season of the Big Ten, and I felt like we did that.
Coach said that he felt like that game was maybe a moment for you too. That that at the beginning of that game, you felt like you were pushing too much, forcing too much. You just wanted to win almost too bad, and that as soon as you kind of relaxed and just let it come to you, so did everybody around you. Was that game maybe a little bit of a pivot point in your season?
Yeah, I think so. At halftime in that game, Coach Crean came up to me and he just said, go out there and just let it come to you. Play free, not reckless. But, he said at the end of the day, I'm still going to go with you as my point guard. And I felt like I really took that to heart. Even more so, this being my last year, he's still rocking with me when I didn't have, a great half that game. So I think that's really transitioned me to, this Big Ten, just going out there and just not trying to force things so much, just kind of letting the game come to me.
What does this building mean to you? I know you've been here 4 years, but you went undefeated in here this year. A lot of great moments for you. What does Assembly Hall mean to you?
Assembly Hall means a lot, man. I'm especially miss this place, playing in here. I used to play here for AU tournaments. I can still remember those days, but not to be able to come in here, put on the number 11 jersey again, it's definitely a sad feeling, but I feel like I've had many memories in here, many games won in here, and I feel like I gave my all to Assembly Hall.
Going into the Big Ten tournament, what are some of the assets you have in terms of being so difficult to beat? Opposing team, why do they find it so hard to beat the Hoosiers right now?
Well, I think the main thing is our effort and technique. Coach Buck always talks about, it's not really, our efforts there, but it's always our technique. And I feel like when we go out there and do something wrong in practice, guys are correcting each other on the spot, I feel like. And when you can do it like that in practice with guys correcting each other, then I feel like you can do that in the games. So I feel like when we go out there and play together, we don't make the same mistake twice, especially defensively. Because I feel like we're all in one mind out there defensively when we're out there talking, communicating, and I think that's our biggest asset for us.
Do you feel like guys take that cue from you? I mean, you've talked about, I guess, that this team is really connected, maybe more so than any other you've played with here. But guys have talked about how, in their mind, a lot of that started with you, that communication. that willingness to hold other guys accountable. I mean, do you feel that it starts with you and then spreads to the rest of your teammates?
Yeah, I say we're more connected because I like to share my knowledge with my teammates. I like to show them what I can see on the court. And, you know, they do a great job of listening to me and what I see on the court, I feel like. And, you know, I think that me personally, I've seen, you know, my freshman year, I've seen guys, the way they prepare for each game. You know, Vic, Will, the way they used to watch film was unbelievable. And I feel like I've taken part of that. And, you know, now it's just trickling down to the younger guys. So I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, we're connected because we prepare very well. And when we go out onto the court, we just take away teams' tendencies and, you know, we just flow together.
Coach was saying Juwan's recently spending maybe 8-10 minutes in practice at the one. Are you giving any pointers on how to be a point guard out there, even in limited stretches?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, he gets kind of tired out there running the one. He tells me that he looks up to me for be able to talk out there while he's winded. But you know, I'm just kind of telling him to, especially main thing, just have his head up when he's coming across screens, change his direction. You know, don't get sped up by the defense. You know, take what the defense is giving you. Because, you know, Juwan, he's definitely a crafty player. He's definitely one of the faster, you could say, undersized big, I feel like, when he drives to the rim.
You guys have 3 games in 3 days now. Just some of the challenges of that for you guys, and what are some of the keys for you to be able to win all 3 games?
Yeah, well, the main thing playing 3 games in 3 days is rest. I feel like that's the main thing. Got to get your feet up, especially after a game. Got to get the treatment. And, you know, you win one, you got to get right to the next one. You know, you can't let that win soak in. You know, as soon as you get that one, you know, it's definitely on to the next opponent. It's on to diving into film, you know, watching what they do, their tendencies, just trying to push for another win.
Okay, thanks, Yogi.
All right.